Hello and welcome to the Sports Perspective. I'm Hayden Grove.
And I'm Franz Ross.
Franz, what did you think of the NFL Combine this weekend? A lot of great candidates out there.
Yeah, well, Jadeveon Clowney impressed everyone with his, I think it was a 4.4840, 275-pound man. Wow. But I think you got to look at this wide receiving class. You got Allen Robinson from Penn State, Mike Evans from Texas A&M, and Sammy Watkins from Clemson. Really deep class. You can't go wrong if you pick a wide receiver in the first 3 rounds. With wins in 6 out of their last 7 games, the Ohio State men's basketball team looked to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers on Saturday night. I was there to see if the Buckeyes could take revenge on the Gophers after last month's loss on the road.
When Minnesota came to the Schottenstein Center on Saturday, they wanted to start off hot, and they did, with a 7-0 run in the beginning and a 28-18 lead at the half. Well, the Buckeyes had different plans going into the second, as they launched an impressive comeback of 64-46 to end the game.
Down 7-0, we didn't have what we needed. We weren't attacking the way we needed to attack. We'd break the press and stand for 25 seconds. We didn't read situations well. And the bottom line, I said, you have to play better. The bottom line is play better.
The second half was huge for Ohio State, as they went 17 of 30 from the field and also had 7 steals. In addition to scoring 46 points in the second, the Buckeyes also held the Golden Gophers to only 18.
We don't allow ourselves to win. We do some things turnover-wise that are just inexplicable, and they lead to baskets for them. And you can't do that versus a very good team.
Yeah, I said we got to play better. I don't know if there's one thing I said. It was more of just the attack. Let's go at them. You break the press, keep going. And I thought we did a much better job of that. I know, Mir got a dunk. We threw ahead to Q. He fed him. Those were the type of plays that we needed to be making the entire game.
Coming up big for the Buckeyes offensively was junior forward Sam Thompson, who led the team with 19 points on the night, including 2 alley-oops.
Sam is one of those guys in his 3 years here, has worn a lot of different hats for this program, from his freshman year to sophomore year to where he is now. And I think that's the one thing that we always want for guys as they continue through with their career, continuing to add things. The fact that he scored the ball at a pretty high level last few games, I hope he can continue that, because that position definitely opens up a lot of things for us.
I recruited him at Florida, and I wanted him at Florida, and he'll tell you. And I thought we were going to get him at Florida. So I knew the potential, and he's a good player. He's got great potential. He's, if he puts on a little bit more muscle, obviously, over in the offseason, but he'll get there. He was thin in high school. Great player, great kid, great family. What college basketball is all about.
The Buckeyes only have 3 games left this season before they go to the Big Ten tournament, and only 1 here at the Schott, where they'll play Michigan State. Until then, I'm Franz Ross for Buckeye TV.
While the men put the Gophers away with ease, the Ohio State women's basketball team played in their final home game of the 2014 season against the Northwestern Wildcats. I was there to see if the Buckeyes could send their seniors off with one final victory at the Schott. It was a very sweet senior day for the Ohio State women's basketball team, as an early 20-point lead propelled the Lady Buckeyes to a 71-62 victory, ending their 5-game losing streak and sending 5 seniors off in a winning fashion. 5 Lady Buckeyes, including Amy Scullion, Ashley Adams, Doris Moore, Martina Ellerby, and Alexandra Drobranic each donned the scarlet and gray one final time in front of the home crowd. And following the big win, Ohio State head coach Kevin McGuff explained just how much that group of 5 has meant to him and the Ohio State program.
The thing you hope for most when you take over a program is that you have good kids, and the seniors are great kids. I've enjoyed, getting to know them, to coach them, and just to help them along, and hopefully can continue to stay a positive part of their lives and guide them in the future with anything I can help them do. So that's been the biggest thing, is they've done anything that I've asked them to do. We're certainly in the midst of of change and transition, and it's both on and off the court and all that type of stuff. And the seniors have done, like I said, some great things to really point this program in the right direction, and I'll certainly always be appreciative of it.
Amidst the Senior Day celebration, there was a game to be played, and from the get-go, the Buckeyes were more than ready. In the first half, Ohio State shot 16 of 33 from the field and got out to a 41-21 lead going into halftime. The second half was a different story, as the Northwestern Wildcats did all that they could to claw their way back into the game, but ultimately the Buckeyes prevailed and kept the post-game mood a very happy and reflective one.
I think it was really emotional. It's been 4 years that we've played here, and we've had tremendous support from everybody, and to know that this is the last game that we're going to have in this gym, it was like a crazy thought, but we played really well, and we played for each other, so.
We focused on the game, but we really wanted to get that win and, make the seniors go out right.
Amaris Alston, who is Ohio State's leading scorer with 30 points on the evening, explained that this is the type of effort she'd like to see from her team in every game going forward.
Yes, it's senior night, we definitely want that win, but for us to be successful, we need to, treat every game like it's a senior night or, just come out with a lot of positive energy.
The Lady Buckeyes will not return to the Schottenstein Center this season and have 2 more games away before they call it a year. For Buckeye TV, I'm Hayden Grove. When we come back, we'll talk some Buckeye football, including a look into the Buckeyes making a splash at the NFL Combine. Stick around.
This past weekend in Indianapolis, 6 Ohio State Buckeyes took to the NFL Combine looking to show off their physical gifts in an effort to impress NFL GMs and improve their stock approaching May's NFL Draft. Among the Buckeyes in attendance were Corey Brown, Carlos Hyde, Ryan Shazier, Corey Lindsley, Jack Mewhort, and Bradley Roby. Starting off the weekend with a splash was Corey Brown, who ran a 4.37 40-yard dash. Fortunately for him, the time was later changed to a 4.51, which may significantly impact his draft stock. Offensive tackle Jack Mewhort posted a 5.37 40 time and did 28 reps on the bench press. He was ultimately graded a 5.6 out of 10 by NFL.com. Carlos Hyde, who many have deemed as one of the best running backs in the draft, raced a 4.66 40-yard dash time, but pulled off a tweaked hamstring following the event. While he did not run the 40, Ryan Shazier put together an impressive combine as his 42.0-inch vertical jump and a 130-inch broad jump and a 6.9-second three-cone drill were all among the best numbers of the event. Corey Lindsley put up 36 reps on the bench press, which was one of the top performances of the entire combine, but did not do much else as he will be saving many of his events for the Ohio State Pro Day. Finally, Bradley Roby had only done 17 bench press reps, but is still very likely to go early in May's NFL Draft.
In an Ohio Union Advisory Board event this past weekend, former Ohio State star running back Maurice Clarett sat down to talk with Ohio State students. Coming off of the immensely popular ESPN 30 for 30 documentary film Youngstown Boys, which featured Clarett and his rise and fall from fame, Clarett talked to students directly about his difficult road and what they should be doing to avoid the same mistakes that he made.
I think it's a struggle for a guy to be a successful athlete and a successful student because the demand for an athlete is so much. These guys spend 8 or 9 hours in the football facility, which leaves little to no room for the academics.
Jason Collins has made history, becoming the first openly gay athlete in one of the 4 North American professional sporting leagues when he signed a 10-day contract with the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday, the 23rd. Collins played that night when the Nets played the Los Angeles Lakers at the Staples Center. The 35-year-old center came off the bench in the second quarter and played 11 minutes as the Nets won the game by a score of 108-102. Collins plans to wear number 98 in Brooklyn, which will serve as a tribute to Matthew Shepard, who was murdered in 1998 for his homosexuality.
The Ohio State Athletic Department has recently released 24 self-reported violations after an open records request from the Lantern. All these violations can be classified as minor violations, and 19 of the violations involved prospective student athletes. The NCAA has accepted Ohio State's proposal for the school to handle its own corrections on these violations. Typical penalties for these violations is that each sport that has had a violation will serve a 2-week suspension from contacting prospective student athletes. The football program, however, will only serve a 1-week suspension. It's always fun to see the host country clean up in the Olympics, and that's exactly what happened in Sochi as Russia won the gold medal count with 13 and the total medal count with 33. Behind Russia in total medals was the USA with 28, Norway with 26, Canada with 25, and the Netherlands with 24. Even though Russia did have the most medals, they did not come away with the medal they wanted most, the men's hockey gold. In what was a very exciting men's hockey tournament, Canada finished in dominating fashion as they posted back-to-back shutouts against the U.S. in the semis at 1-0 and Sweden in the finals at 3-0 to take home the coveted gold.
The men's hockey team will face off against number 13 Michigan this weekend in a two-city weekend series. The first game will be played in Ann Arbor on Friday at 6, while the second will be played at Nationwide Arena in Columbus on Sunday at 1. As the basketball season winds down, you can catch both the men's and women's basketball teams play on Sunday, as the men face off in Bloomington against Indiana, and the women journey up to Minneapolis to play the Golden Gophers on Sunday at 2. On Sunday, the men's soccer team will start off its spring schedule when they take on Cleveland State for a 1 o'clock game at Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium.
So Hayden, the men's hockey team will be playing Michigan in a weekend series this week. What do you think the change of venue will do for the Buckeyes?
Yeah, playing it nationwide in the Columbus Blue Jackets arena is definitely going to be interesting for them. Maybe it'll give them some momentum to beat the Wolverines this weekend, but we will see. Thank you so much for watching this week.
Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great weekend.